Hey guys, so I've learned a lesson about myself, one that I thought I already knew, and I'm going to share with you what has recently happened. Um, I'm going to take you back a little bit in my life, um, and I hope that the things that I say that some of you can relate to, I hope I say something today that helps you. But anyway, ever since I was a kid, all I really knew was rejection. All right, whether it be, from family members, kids at school, just whatever. I never feel like I belong. I never feel like I'm really a part of anything. And I used to pride myself on certain things about me until a particular time in my life where I I worked with a group of people. The job itself had a culture, and it was um, I was made to feel like I wasn't good enough, or I wasn't smart enough to do certain things that the job uh, that you had to do, even though I very much was. But it was a very cutthroat industry, and it was everybody was always trying to outdo each other and all that stuff, and it was real big on not helping each other but putting each other down, and stuff like that. So I did that job for about 6 years, and it just really kind of broke me down mentally. And at the time, I was also in a relationship that, in the end, he, didn't have any plans for marriage and things like that. So I had all this stuff going on, okay, and it made me feel just worthless, and even more so than I did before. And so um, I recently I was in another job where the people I worked around, that I was kind of new. I had very little experience in this particular job, but the people that I worked with had like 20 years, 18 years, 12 years, or whatever. So they were very experienced and they were very good. And another little tidbit just about me, a lot of times I'm quiet, and I don't do this on purpose, but I'm more quiet, and I watch other people. And so a lot of times I'll see something, or I'll kind of know something that everybody else seems oblivious to. And it's not in my head. I didn't make it up. I notice things, because while everybody else is, laughing and talking and participating or whatever, a lot of times I'm just kind of just overseeing everything. So, like, for just an example, you know, people can be laughing and friends, but when nobody else is watching, everybody looks this way. I'll see this friend, make a face or roll their eyes, and then when they turn back, they're smiling again. I see that. I see those types of things. So I'm able to kind of know what the real deal is. But when you try to tell somebody else that, oh, you're just making that up. You're just all in your head, type stuff like that. When you are in a situation and you're surrounded by people that feel a certain way or about you or whatever, you can feel that. You can feel when you're not 100% accepted. It's not in your head. You're picking up on things that they do, things that they say. Even if somebody else says, well, that's petty, just blow that off. When you deal with it every day and you see this every day, it starts to take a toll on you. And you do start to break down in your mind, well, I guess I am, worthless or whatever it may be. So I had once again gotten to that point, and it was as if a veil lifted off of me, or like scales dropped from my eyes, or like I was enlightened, if you will, my inner being. The other, like a couple, it's been about maybe a week now, maybe 2 weeks or something like that, where I was in this situation, and it just occurred to me one day. I had really prayed about this thing. And of course, God sees me just in my mind and overthinking, and sometimes you cry about things and you just feel hopeless or whatever it may be. I truly believe that God opened my eyes, because even in some prayers to Him, I would be, I know that I'm not a big deal, or, I fail in certain things that maybe I was supposed to do or whatever. So I had a big problem being hard on myself and not believing in myself. And I was the first one to post something, believe in yourself, trust yourself, don't let other people make you feel, all that type of stuff. I was real big into that, but behind the curtain, I was doing that very thing, allowing other people to control how I felt about myself or life or whatever it may be. And one day it just really dawned on me, what makes anybody better than me? What makes anybody greater than me? One of my favorite quotes is Einstein of, you can't tell a fish to climb a tree and then call him stupid when he can't. And that is so huge. I may not be good at painting, but I may be good at gardening. There's always something that you can do that other people can't do at all or as good. And because, you know, who cares what somebody else thinks? And this is so easier said than done, but it's true. Who cares? If I do something wrong and you all break out in laughter, why aren't you showing me then? Why aren't you telling me it actually goes like this, or do this? Because that's how people are. People love to see other people fail. And you can't allow people to control your happiness, your thoughts. And I was doing that every single day. But I'm not going to do it anymore. I actually was transferred into a better position, and I went in with a different mindset than I ever have before in anything that I've done. Honestly, I'm very far from stupid. And I'm sure you are too. People make you feel a certain way, and sometimes they're jealous of you. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're just mean. But whatever their motives are, it doesn't matter. You know who you are. You know what you're capable of. I know. You know, I, in middle school, when everybody else was doing dumb stuff or didn't want to be in class or whatever, I was writing essays. I was, I never gave myself credit, or even if I did in the beginning, I allowed other people to change me and to make me feel a certain way that wasn't fair to myself. So I came in this new job knowing who I am, knowing what I can or cannot do. I'm not afraid to ask. I don't know. I don't understand that. A lot of times I refrained from asking for help because I didn't want to appear a certain way. Who cares? Who cares? I don't know what you're talking about. I've never done that before. Show me. You know, so be good to you. Be good to yourself. Don't depend on anybody else. And I am not saying whatsoever to forget about God, because he is your main focus. He is everything. But I'm just saying, be strong within yourself too, because you're amazing and I'm amazing. The things that I could tell you, the things that I've been through in my life, the successes that I've had are immense. Yeah, I walk into a wall. Yeah, sometimes I'm walking on a flat surface and I trip for no reason. So, it's funny. Who doesn't? But I also do very amazing things. I have a lot of talents. You have a lot of talents. Bring them out. Bring them out. Enjoy life now while we can. And let people think with their, you can be perfect. You can speak perfectly. You can be super smart. Somebody's gonna say something. And they're gonna get their little friends together and they're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna say things about you. And let them. Let them. Because you're still gonna be you. And you're still gonna be great. And there's still going to be things that you can do and things that you know that they'll never be able to do. They'll never know. A lot of people that live where I live, they've never even left this area. And maybe even wherever you are. People who've never even traveled outside of their local area. But you trying to tell me that I'm not as good as you are. Nah, don't let it happen. Be who you are. Be proud of who you are. Love who you are. And you keep trucking. If they fall off the side, let them fall. You keep going. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.